Hey, and welcome back to the Road to the Great Canadian Open Winter 2026. My name is Clarence, and this is my video series as you follow me as I paint up my Brotherhood Without Banners army 1 hour a day, 1 day at a time, and how the hours are stretching as we paint up the last piece to our army, which are our activation banners, printed by my good friend Andy. So the whole point of this series, just to get the ramble out of the way, is for me to hopefully inspire you to paint your army as well. It's to show you that the key to painting is really just being regular. You're not going to get the whole army done in a day or a week or a month, but if you don't start now, if you don't start somewhere, it's never going to get done. So I encourage you to find time, ask yourself, can you shave down something else? Can you watch less YouTube? Can you be playing video games less, and just try to find a pocket of 20 minutes, half an hour to do a detail. And if you find these pockets of time throughout the day, you can maybe get an hour in, and every hour that adds up into 2 hours, 3 hours, 10 hours, and 10 hours later, boom, all of a sudden the unit is done. I also encourage you to use a technique like Slapchop, because it's pretty straightforward, pretty easy, and it still looks good. And a Slapchop army looks better than a primed army or a plastic colored army. So do try painting and finding that time. The second part of my rant is please come out to the Great Canadian Open in January 10th and 11th in 2026. It's 2 months away, folks. It's going to be Saturday, Sunday, 2-day event, 5 games, pretty standard Song of Ice and Fire. There'll be lots of cool prizes to be won, but more importantly, there'll be lots of cool people. So if you're not bought a ticket, do buy your ticket soon, because we're about halfway sold and tickets will sell out soon. There's a capacity of 32 people. Tickets are in the link below in the description box. So do buy your ticket as soon as you can. With that, let's check out where we're at and how much little there's left. Little. We'll see. Here is where we're picking up. So we are done the flames on 4 of the blades. We got to do the flames in the back. It turns out it takes about 10 minutes per blade, so 40 minutes should do the back, and then we got to do the flames along the bases too, which hopefully won't take too much time. After that, I do want to take some bright silver and do some edging along the non-flame side, and then we're going to look at the base and see if we're happy. It is very dark. Oh, and the handles. The handles need paint too. Looking at the weapon now, I definitely don't want black handles. It's too dark. So maybe a brown might be okay. Now, I didn't want to do red originally because I thought red and red flames might not look so good. But it turns out the flames are only a little bit red and mostly yellows and oranges. So I may go back and just do Feast on Red with a brown wash with some minor highlights perhaps. And that's where we are. So it's going to be at least this session, more likely at least one more. I'm really not trying to stretch it out. It's just taking me that long, and I want to be honest about how much time it's taking. So let's get started, folks. 1 hour work starts now. Here we go. 40 minutes later, we are back, and we are done blending up the blades of the 8 swords. So we are finished that part now. We got about 20 minutes to go. I think with 20 minutes, we're going to try and do the cross flames against the base of the blade here. It's a very small area, and each layer put on that is orange and red after the yellow will be less and less. So hopefully we can get that done in 20 minutes, and then we'll be very close to being finished. So 20 minutes to go. See you soon after that. 25 minutes later, we are done. So we went slightly a bit over time, but we went back in, and each of these little crosshair flames actually got, let me just think here, there was a yellow layer, an orange layer. I then mixed a yellow and orange layer in between, which I kind of muddled in, and then a red layer. So each one got actually 4 little layers of paint. It's not nearly as smooth, but it's also very, very small, and hopefully the colors blend in good enough that no one really pays it too much mind. So we are done the flames officially, folks, and now we can move on to the last couple of steps. So I predict the next session will be blades and handles, and then we're going to take a step back and take a look and wonder if we need to do the bases or not. Bases might be fine black. Once the handles are done, we'll decide. So thanks for watching, folks, and get ready for another battle report. This one was again filmed after the Bolton patch dropped, but before it got updated with fixed typos and slightly buffed units. So it's kind of like the patch A, I guess. But patch B games will be coming soon too. So hopefully you enjoy. Hopefully you're watching this, enjoying the series as well. Keep on painting, keep the faith, and see you next time.
And we are back for another game at X Planet Games, and it is Bolton on Bolton Violence. So we got Brian, the Bolton champion here, And he's actually running a very attachment-heavy list. He's actually gone super heavy detachments. Commander, hold up. Vargo. Commander Vargo with, shoot, what's the name again? Grunt.
Yeah.
And Bastard Girls.
Yeah.
We've got Sour Allen in, Damon
Dance.
Dance for me for the extra shift in the Dreadfort Archers. We've got Ben Bones and Reek and attachment Ramsey in Spearman. We've got Sour Allen and attachment Roos in the Bloody Roman Skirmishers. And then we have an NCU mirror match of Varys, Shay, and Walda versus Varys, Shay, and Walda. On my side, I've taken a more of an elite army, trying something new. I've got Commander Steelshanks in Blackguard. I've got Rorge and Biter in Bloody Roman Skirmishers. I've got Naked Flademen, and I've got the same combo, Bastard Girls with a Damon Dance for me for the extra shift, and Dreadful Cabin for some heals. We are playing Honed and Ready, and that means Castle Wall shooting stuff at you. We dropped down. I won the roll-off. I put a hedge in the corner. He put down a course pile. I put down a low wall. He put in a course pile. My theory is I don't want to put down any stakes or do some weird trickery because he actually has more shooting than I do, and he just wants to apparently scare us off to death. So we'll see how that goes. Round one coming up. Alrighty, end of round one. What happened? Nothing too exciting happened. We just kind of pushed forward. They took some damage from a combination of Crown Zap and Varys hits. And I'm staying outside of 14 here, but he does have Damon Dance for me, but I don't want to stay outside of 17. So I'm making him use it if he wants to shoot me. Here I'm trying to get around to the side, of course. I'm not too worried about him charging me as an opening action because I can retreat out of combat and then do stuff. So we'll see how round two goes. Here's the table. Round two coming up. End of round two? Look at all the dead bodies. So many dead bodies. So let's go left to right. So over here they were doing a dance. Basically, Brian took the horse first to position them in a place that was safer. I then took the sword, was able to shift and get a shot in. They attacked back. I took damage. I attacked back, healed with Heal by Slaughter. So that's looking good. They decided not to go up to the middle and went to support the Bastard Girls. They hung back and shot. I failed the panic, took a bunch of damage. These guys have been slowly whittled down from panic test and Varys hits, so they're just backing away outside of the course pile range. They used a dance to get a shot on the Flademan, but unfortunately hitting on 4s, I was able to not take a lot of damage to make my saves. They then charged in and did a lot of damage because of the Dance for Me vulnerable token, and they failed Panic. The Spread Fear bounced here, but did not work unfortunately, but it's looking pretty good. Oh yeah, so then he held it with 5 guys, which meant he also took arrow hits, and the arrow hits killed 4 more guys. So it's been pretty bloody for round 2. Let's see how round 3 plays out. Alrighty, we're at the end of 3. What happened critically is that I took the sword, killed the Bloody Roman Skirmishers, surged that way. Not out of line of sight, unfortunately, but I didn't mind getting charged because I knew that they could come and support, which they did. So they got charged, took a bunch of damage. They jumped in, did some damage. They jumped in, did some damage. Healed up with Heal by Slaughter. Then on this side here, because I activated there first, they were able to retreat out of combat. They also activated first, shot me in the flank, charged me, did some damage. I actually got lucky on, he rolled a 1 for the charge, which blunted some of his damage. He retreated, did not get smacked. I also retreated because if I stayed there, he could shoot me and fight me. But I retreated onto the point, took some hits, but scored a point. So it's now 3-1 for my Boltons, I guess. And we're off to round 4 where the other Boltons are first. Alright, so it ended top of 4, so it was a really hard place for Brian to make a decision. He decided to go with Shay on the sword to swing with Ramsey. We also forgot that Ramsey's new rules is that every time guys engage get tokens, he heals. And I had like almost a double rainbow on me, so it's very likely he would have healed a lot of damage if we remembered those rules, but there's a lot of new rules to absorb right now. So he healed 1 with Shay, he swung, took off a panic token to get 7 attacks re-rolling. He unfortunately flubbed the re-roll, and I rolled 2 6s on my save, so I survived the attack. Then with the sword, I used Varys hits to kill off the archers that were vulnerable in the corner. And then he's down to 2 units, 1's crippled, I activated, swung, even the weakened token was able to kill them, which brings him down to just 1 unit surrounded by 4 units, so we decided to call it there. And just learning, just lots of triggers, and we still feel that, like my last game and this game, if your opponent passes a clutch panic test, when you got a fistful of cards that trigger a panic, it still feels pretty bad. So we'll see if we can find ways to mitigate that. All right.
Gonna keep working on it.
Keep working at it. All right.
Sure.
See you next time, folks. Bye-bye.
Take care.